Chapter 2. I Got the Job. City of Constance, 1993. Suddenly, Martin awoke. The sun streamed through the window of the train as it crossed the main river into the central business district.
Oh, I must have fallen asleep,
Martin thought, as his heart rate began to settle from his vivid dream experience. Maatan and Stella had completed their respective degrees a few years earlier. Martin had taken a kind of sabbatical for a year after an intensive period of study, while Stella wanted to go straight into nursing. Now in their late 20s, Martin and Stella began to think of having a family, and the need for a more stable income became apparent. He was on his way to a job interview in the city for a non-profit organization that worked in emergency and development relief. He pondered the meaning of his dream as he exited the 14th Street train station. The contrast from the mountain view in his dream to the dark shadows cast by the skyscrapers around him was painfully obvious. Martin felt a twinge of uneasiness, immersed in this noisy, polluted city atmosphere. The opportunity to work for this Christian organization was balanced against his desire to escape the rushed and confused pace of city life.
Here we are, the corner of 13th Street and 7th Avenue. Yep, this is the place.
Martin was applying for a position with the United Methodist Church. The church ran a number of programs to help the poor and needy in the city. The church organization was looking for a computer programmer/accountant to help with budgeting and checking the cost-benefit of new enterprises for the organization. Looking down from the 5th floor, Martin could see the sunlight dancing on the nearby river as he waited to see the manager.
Martin, my name is David. Nice to meet you. Please step into my office. Oh, reading on your resume. Your name is actually Maatan. Did I pronounce that correctly?
It's close to Martin, if you say it fast enough.
That is an unusual name. Maatan. I have not heard that before.
My father named me this. It is a combination of two Hebrew words, Mayan meaning water spring, and Nathan meaning gift.
So, are you Jewish, Martin?
No, but I do keep the Sabbath, like the Jews.
They continued with small talk for a couple of minutes until David asked,
So, why are you the right man for the job?
I have a desire to help people with my skills, and your organization is doing an excellent job in the city. I have seen your clothing bins around and your soup kitchen work on the Lower East Side.
Oh, so you are familiar with that?
Yes, and I think my skills can improve your office work flow and efficiency.
Well, you tick all the boxes on your resume, Martin. When do you think you can start?
I can start Monday. But I have one request. I would need to leave 2 hours earlier on Friday during the winter months, as Sabbath comes in before work hours are completed. I could make up the time through the rest of the week, if that is okay.
I think we can accommodate that,
said David, somewhat bemused. They shook hands, and Martin left for home.
Praise the Lord,
exclaimed Martin as he burst out of the elevator, racing towards the train station. Martin called Stella.
I got the job. I start Monday.
I am so happy for you. The Lord answered our prayers. I know you will do a good job for them.
Thank you, darling. Yes, we have much to be thankful for. Time to celebrate when I get home. Where would you like to eat?
Let's do Thai.
Awesome. See you soon, darling.
It was almost a 2-hour trip by train back to the suburb of Hawthorne on the edge of the city. Martin picked up a newspaper for the trip home. The front page headline said, "Clinton orders attack on Iraq."
I wonder what the U.S. is up to now,
thought Martin. After hearing former President Bush's speech on 1,000 points of light, Martin was suspicious of this term, New World Order.
Why do they need to continue this war in the Middle East? It will just stir up the Muslim world and create chaos.
Rising tensions read the next headline. Christian leaders react to the upcoming gay Mardi Gras parade in the city. Martin felt conflicted as he read the article. He knew what the Bible said, but was uncomfortable about the condemning attitude that some church leaders had adopted. A few pages later, a headline jumped out at him. Despicable Hate, with the subtitle, Gay Youth Commits Suicide After Being Relentlessly Bullied. Martin felt sadness for the young man who had died, and with the feeling seeped in a sense of condemnation.
This is what happens when you break the law of God. The wages of sin is death.
The two feelings could not find harmony in his soul. Something was missing, something he could not put his finger on. Frustrated without really knowing why, Martin skipped over the page and was struck by a picture of a woman in a bikini. He felt a strong temptation to linger and look, but remembered the commandment, "You shall not look upon a woman to lust after her."
Help me, Lord, to be faithful.
His mind turned to a number of his friends who were struggling with pornography. This addiction was slowly eating through society. Access was so easy these days through the development of the internet. You didn't have to leave your home to download whatever content your heart desired. Martin prayed regularly to avoid these honey traps that destroy so many marriages.
I really would like to move out of the city, but now I have this job. Help me to be faithful and find my greatest comfort in you, that I not fall and cause you and Stella pain and suffering. Enough reading the paper. Time to think about the blessings of the day and our celebration tonight. God has been good to us.